Welcome to the show where we delve into the complex world of finance, risk, and the human stories behind the headlines. Today, we're unpacking the tale of Lars Windhorst, a charismatic financier, Bruno Crast, a celebrated fund manager, and the implosion of H2O Asset Management. This is a story of superyachts, spies, and scandal, where ambition and risk-taking collided with devastating consequences for many investors. The story begins with Lars Windhorst, who describes his career as one of entrepreneurship, hard work, and relationship building. But it's also a story of a racy financier with 9 lives, as described by Lars Windhorst himself. Windhorst started his first business at the age of 14, and by his teens, he was traveling with German Chancellor Kohl, becoming a media sensation and dubbed the German Bill Gates. However, questions about his business practices soon emerged, including allegations of financial impropriety, lawsuits, and bankruptcies. In the 2000s, he faced criminal charges, a personal bankruptcy, and admitted to misappropriating company funds, though he avoided prison through a plea bargain. Despite these setbacks, Windhorst proved to be a great corporate survivor. After moving to London, he established an office in Mayfair, a hub for high-stakes deals. There, he brokered investments, attracting clients with his office's glitz, including black marble, modern art, and a floor-to-ceiling wine fridge. Windhorst believed that relationships were more important than money and often used a 74-meter yacht, the Global, to meet with clients. Enter Bruno Crast, a highly regarded fund manager who founded H2O Asset Management. Crast's investment philosophy was to hold his nerve when others would cut their losses, a strategy that initially brought him success and the trust of investors. H2O received seed investment from Natixis and grew rapidly, offering an opportunity for ordinary savers to invest in their funds. The relationship between Crast and Windhorst began with a personal connection. Crast and his family even spent a New Year's trip on Windhorst's yacht. In 2015, H2O started transacting with Windhorst-related companies, marking the beginning of their complex and ultimately problematic relationship. H2O, meant to invest in liquid products, was instead purchasing illiquid and opaque investments from Windhorst. These transactions often took the form of repurchase agreements, or repos, involving a complex web of buy and sell activity between Windhorst companies. These transactions raised concerns over commingling of personal and corporate finances. In an effort to clean up his balance sheets, Windhorst asked H2O to purchase some of his bonds to take them off the books, which further deepened the ties and created more exposure for H2O. By 2017, H2O was pouring significant amounts of money into Windhorst-related companies. One of the key issues that would emerge was that H2O's investments in Windhorst's companies reached over 1.4 billion euros. Some of the transactions had links to Falcon Private Bank, which was implicated in the 1MDB scandal. KPMG had identified transactions between Al-Kubaisi, an Emirati businessman formerly with Falcon Bank, and Windhorst that seemed to manipulate prices. Despite these red flags, H2O continued its dealings with Windhorst. The house of cards began to collapse when an investigation revealed the extent of H2O's exposure to Windhorst, resulting in investor panic and withdrawals of 8 billion euros in 8 days. While Crast attempted to reassure investors, the damage was done. H2O funds crashed by as much as 50% due to the COVID crash and the illiquid nature of their investments, causing them to breach regulatory limits. Ultimately, several H2O funds were frozen, and investors could no longer access their money. H2O carved out one,